Hi, everybody. This is Matt Johnson, Counsel in New Hampshire Realtors. On behalf of the Form Subcommittee for the Legal Committee, I wanted to shoot this brief video for you guys to highlight at a high level some of the more significant changes that have been approved for our Realtor forms. If people have any questions after this, please send follow-up questions to the Legal Resource Line, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not going to get into every little specific detail. Some of these were grammar or kind of minor changes, but I did want to alert you to a couple of the specific ones. I'm going to go by agreement. First, on the purchase and sale agreement, the really only significant change was that we did add arsenic relative to the disclosure issues in Section 12 of the agreement. Listing agreement, you'll see a change that you may or may not notice, but we have removed reference to sub-agency from Section 7. As that is really no longer used in the marketplace. And in Section 8, we did add a box for net versus gross commissions. Those are the major changes to the listing agreement. On the leasing addendum to the listing agreement, we just carried forward the disclosure for methamphetamine, so that's on the leasing addendum as well as the listing agreement. On the buyer agreement, I think we added some important language that says this is a legally binding contract if not understood. Legal, tax, or other counsel should be consulted before signing. Given the marketplace, we thought this was important to make sure buyers understand the significance of the agreement, and particularly relative to claims for commissions that the buyers may be obligated for. So that we did do that. Property disclosure form, there were some updates based on feedback from the membership. We added a disclosure about central air because that's becoming increasingly important. We added a disclosure about the pool, whether there's a pool and the age of the pool. We added a disclosure whether there's a generator on the property. And we added a disclosure about is properties use internet and what's the source. And we also add a line for secondary heat sources. So hopefully those will all be helpful and avoid some of the ambiguities or issues we've seen come up. On the condo rider form, we added a section for pet policies as that is becoming an issue, and also relative to landscaping. So we see that sometimes as an issue. Those were the most significant changes. A couple other things to keep in mind, recommendations that we made was we're going to try to put the clause library onto the main NHAR website so that it's a little more accessible. We have heard feedback regularly that the clause library can be challenging to access. We are also updating the EPA lead booklet to the most recent version. And we are updating the real estate brokerage relationship disclosure form, which is mandated with the current real estate commission address. They've changed their address multiple times over the last couple of years, so we wanted to be accurate. That, in a nutshell, is an overview of the most significant changes to the forms that you will see. Again, if you have questions or comments about it, or you have any topics that you think are worthy of consideration, please send a request to the form subcommittee and we'll take a look at it. And if you have questions about any of the existing forms, please send me a note on the Legal Resource Line and I'll do my best to try to get back to you. Thank you very much.